Hi all, welcome to the great state of Utah. Its diverse landscapes, which include several world-class ski areas in the north, as well as several major national parks in the south, make it a major year-round tourist destination. Today we'll visit Temple Square in Salt Lake City and then head out on our Utah summer adventure. Welcome to Salt Lake City's Temple Square, home to Salt Lake City's historic temple. You can walk the grounds, but only members of the church can enter the temple. The grounds are very well maintained and beautiful to walk through. Tourists from all over the world come to visit this historic site. It took the Mormons 40 years to build a temple. Construction commenced in 1853 and ended in 1893. The Salt Lake City Tabernacle is located within the square. This is the home to the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. It's very impressive. After listening to a portion of the recital, we head across the street to the convention center. We check out several areas within the center, including the auditorium and the Hall of the Apostles, before we head to the roof. The rooftop garden is immense and provides beautiful views of the surrounding area. If you're staying in Salt Lake City, a fun place to visit would be Antelope Island. It's only 50 miles away. However, it could take up to an hour and a half to get there by car. Its stark beauty is a compelling reason to visit the island. Not to mention seeing the Great Salt Lake and the island's bison herd. They love rolling around in the salt. It cleans off the insects. This herd stretched out over a mile. There are over 700 animals. For history buffs, the Gar Ranch would be an interesting place to visit. It was established in the 1800s. There are bird sanctuaries as well as other animals on the island. Unfortunately, a massive 5-day fire destroyed 40% of the island. The burnt-out area was not yet open to the public. So we did not do a couple of things that we wanted to do. It was still a great place to visit. We head back to Salt Lake City to catch the sun setting on the Capitol. From there, we head back over to Temple Square to see it at night. It's quite beautiful. It's time to head back to the hotel. We have a 4-hour drive to Moab tomorrow. We arrive at Moab, the gateway to adventure. Its many outdoor activities, as well as its close proximity to Arches, Canyonlands, and Dead Horse Point, make it a must place to stay while in Utah. Here are a couple of locals. How adorable is that? The following morning, we head out to Arches. With so much ground to cover, I can only point out a few highlights within each park. As you drive, you can see many highlights. However, there are many pull-offs along the way where you can get out of your car and visit some close-by sites. There are also many hiking trails along the way. The Windows area is very popular with tourists, so get there early. The same holds true for the Double Arch, which is close by. The terrain is so unique, it's like being on another planet. The Delicate Arch is the most famous arch within the park. When you visit, be sure to stop by the Visitor Center and pick up a map. It'll help you out a great deal. We're leaving the park and we're heading to Dead Horse Point to catch the sunset. As the sun sets, the canyon is aglow. Everybody loves sunsets, even these guys. After the sunset, we meet Alex, the star guy, who takes us on a stargazing tour, where we witness an extraordinary event.
But what is it, though?
I don't know.
Let's see. It has.
It's breaking apart.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Each one looks like an individual flying, shooting star.
And they're breaking up further and further. I've never seen one go this long before. This is the most spectacular one I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I've seen brighter ones, but I've never seen. And look, they're still going. And usually they're long since burned by now.
Alex suggested it was a Chinese satellite burning up. He was proven correct the next day.
Wow.
The next day, it's Canyonlands. We only had time to visit one of the 3 sections. That's Island in the Sky. It's quite beautiful. Mesa Arch is an interesting stop-off, but it can get really crowded. There are many hikes within the park. We chose the Grandview Point Trail. The views are spectacular, and it's an easy hike too. For the best views at the end of the trail, there is a small rock scramble. It can be tricky though, so be careful if you choose that option. These are the views from the end of the trail. This is an out and back hike on one trail. We really enjoyed Canyonlands and wished we had more time to spend there. We had to get back to Moab for a 6:30 cruise on the Colorado River. This was a lot of fun. The pilot of the boat was very knowledgeable of the area and very funny. You can just sit back and enjoy the scenery. Oh, there's a busy little beaver. The next day, we head over to Raven's Rim Zip Line. The 4-wheel drive takes you up the ridge to the zip lines. It's a bumpy ride, but it is fun. We are greeted by one of the locals. There are short hikes between the zip lines, providing beautiful views of the area.
This is all the Sand Flats Recreation area. Those Jeepers are over on the world.
The Jeep trails and bike trails in the area are world famous for their thrills. Let's do this! Our guides, Kristen and Jake, standing on the right, provided a fun, safe environment for all of us. The last line was the longest and the fastest. Due to the speed that we were traveling, this clip is a little bumpy. We found this to be one of our favorite experiences. We didn't want to stop, but all good things come to an end. Next up is our visit to the beautiful Red Cliff Lodge. To get to the lodge, we take 128, which runs alongside the Colorado River. The scenery is spectacular all along the way. lots of activities here, as well as a wine store and a film museum highlighting the many films made in the Moab area. Looks like rain. We have to get going. We're heading to Utah's most famous ghost town. As we enter the town, we're greeted by a dead pronghorn. That's not good. They say ghosts inhabit the town, and you can hear voices. It's a spooky place.
Really called house.
The only voices that I heard were the voices of the prairie dogs, and they sounded strange. I think they were the prairie dogs.
Saying,
What
there
is
needs
this
to be a
guy doing?
YouTube video.
Right, maybe he doesn't like...
We hightail it out of there and begin our trek back north. The next stop in our journey is Park City, Utah, which is a little less than 40 miles from Salt Lake City. Originally a silver mining boom town, it's now known for its world-class skiing, summer events, as well as Robert Redford's Sundance Film Festival that's held there every January. It's the wildflower season, so we head over to the Alta ski area to hike the Albion Basin to Cecret Lake. With the wildflowers in bloom, it makes the hike through the meadow very enjoyable. This is an alpine hike. You are at altitude. The hike begins at around 8,400 feet. By the time you exit the meadow, you're at 9,400 feet. Kindly note, you'll gain another 500 feet en route to Cecret Lake. Most of that is on the final switchback leading to the lake, so if you have breathing problems, please be aware. There is a shorter hike to the lake, so the end of the trail and the lake area can get crowded as the day wears on. The area is popular with rock climbers. It was fairly crowded at the lake, so we took some photos and headed back down. It's a beautiful area. Well, it's time for us to head back home. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thank you for viewing.